Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily is part of the Modern Grower Podcast Network. Check out some of our other shows like Carrot Cash Flow, the Growing Microgreens Podcast, and Farm Small, Farm Smart. Learn more about the shows using the link below. By far, the most common worry things that come up around this idea are, oh my God, how are you ever going to let somebody on your land? I'm going to get sued. What type of insurance do you need? What are the permits? How do you handle all the parking? That I can guarantee is a roadblock right there from people. Is they're certain they will get sued. They are certain they'll get shut down. Now you're in Texas, it's pretty loose compared to California, but I don't think it's crazy different. I'm sure you see these kind of potential objections come up. How would you answer those?
It is one of these three questions that I always get, which are, what am I supposed to grow? What do you do about all the stuff people break? And what do you do about insurance? So we have a regular farm and ranch policy, like $1 million liability policy, like anybody with any farm should have. That covers the tractor. We don't have buildings, right? We have a broken down barn that's open on all sides that we use for checkout. Other than that, there are no structures on the property. So that's cheap, insurance-wise. But we've got the tractor, the mower, to insure all those vehicles, workman's comp, all of that. Then our insurance company, it took us a while to find an insurance company that was willing to understand what we do, has written us a rider that specifically, this explicitly says it covers members of the public on property engaged in the picking activity of fruits and vegetables, kind of thing. I looked it up for you today because I knew you were going to ask. It's $198 on top of that brings our annual insurance to $1,500. We don't have anything dangerous on the farm. So I think about agri-tainment places that have like hay rides and zip lines and slides and all kinds of corn maze stuff, right? They have big insurance. The most dangerous thing we have are scissors. And I worry about the scissors sometimes. We have little shovels too. We have never had an incident of anything even remotely approaching anybody suing us for anything. There's just nothing that can happen. It's dirt. It's dirt and vegetables. It's just about the safest thing that I can think of. So in 9 years, I may eat those words. I'm going to knock on my desk while we're talking. In 9 years, nothing remotely like that has happened. Another thing, in I think more than half of the states, I think 30 states now have agritourism immunity laws where we have a sign. It's a big black and white sign that says like agritourism activities may result in death, and you have to have that posted in the area where the activity is taking place. And I guess it's really for like hunting and stuff, but we're an agritourism activity, so we have a couple of those on the farm, and that just it can't stop somebody from trying to sue you, but it's some measure of protection. And just as far as having people on the property, I can count on one hand the times that we have felt the property has been disrespected. This is probably 40,000 people at this point that have come through our farm. And we had one guy, I had one morning where it was like an hour before the pig started. Somebody pulled in early, talked to him, said, "Hey man, it's going to be an hour. Like, we're not open yet. We're not ready. You're welcome to hang out here." And he got out of his car and started walking down the fence line on the far end. So I cussed and went and pulled him up, felt disrespected then. And then we had a guy once who, with his children in the car, started doing donuts in the parking lot because he was the last car in the parking lot and it had recently rained. That wasn't cool. Man, I can't even think of anything else. They're just the people who are willing to opt in to do this not even just do this kind of experience, but pay money to do this, are really great people overall. Every year I have one or two really terrible people. And then I have, 9,998 really great ones.
Which is any business that you're going to run into.
I think it's better than most businesses. Yeah,
probably better than like
for sure.
Walmart, right? Or something like that.
Way better. Or a restaurant. I was thinking about all the crabby, miserable people torturing servers in restaurants. Like the people are pretty well behaved out by us. Permit wise, before you move on, I don't even know what kind of permit that could be applicable. I am in the county. So I know that if literally across the street, the middle of the road that our farm is on is city limits. So I don't know, you have to know your local regs for that, but there's absolutely nothing that the county needs from us for what we're doing.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is outside of zoning. Is it zoned
Yeah.
appropriately?
Ag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's not residential or something and somebody complains like, hey, you're doing this in a residential area. You shouldn't be doing that.
And that will happen in a city for sure.
And I think if you don't have, like you said, the buildings, the dangerous stuff, if there's not alcohol being served, that type of thing.
No animals, nothing.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower, a proud retailer of the Sumi Soaker system. The Sumi Soaker system is an irrigation game changer. It offers multiple advantages for market gardeners. Even gentle watering without dry spots common with wobblers. The system is lightweight and portable, so you can use it with quick rotation crops. It's low maintenance with no parts to break or clog. It's versatile. You can use it for direct seeding, transplants, and cover crops. And it's very cost effective compared to overhead options. And maybe one of its best and most unique features is it can put down water in a rectangular pattern, which is very different than rotating sprinklers that leave circular patterns, often with dry corners and overwatered centers. If you want to learn more about the Sumi Soaker system, use the link below or visit us at shop.moderngrower.co.